See if we can. I don't know if this is going to work, but try to log in to, yeah, let's see. Oh, goodness. Let's see if I can get any people this way. Jeepers. Okay, let's see. Tell everybody in the other chats to come over here then. Okay, what is going on is my computer had some kind. Let me move this up. Oh, goodness. Let's see if we can do it this way. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out a way to set the phone down. It's my phone, and the problem it was that I could not log in and stay logged in. It just kept kicking me out. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. So this was the only thing, is to turn my phone on. Of course, if I turn my phone on, what happens is then, okay, let's sit. Then I can't talk to the moderators. So I couldn't tell them what I was doing. All right, we're here. We got to tell the other ones to come over. If you could possibly figure out a way to do that. All right. All right, well, good morning. I can't read the chat at all, barely. Good morning. Somehow or another, we get Deb's here. Okay, Linda's here. Tammy's here. Good morning. It's the computer problem. So I'm on my phone live doing it this way. All right, what I'll do is I'll shut the door now and be right back. I've got my phone sitting up on my desk. It's weird. Anyway, what I tried to do was the normal, what I usually do, and that's launch a live. Well, as soon as I would launch one, it would crash. So then I'd try to get back, and it'd launch a second one, and it would crash. Yeah, I was getting a little bit crazy. Anyway, I guess we're here now. 15 people here, so I guess you found me. Most of you. Jeez. All right, we'll just try to calm the nerves. When you're the person that's trying to do something, and your husband's trying to help you, and he doesn't know, and then he gets mad. He's like, ah. Anyway, what I'll just do is I'll tell a coffee story. And in the meantime, I'm going to have to go get some more because I drank half of it. But, okay, so yesterday, we get to the shop, 3 o'clock, and a guy was meeting us there, but we didn't know it. And he comes in, and he's going to try on some shoes. And is the sound good? Can you hear me okay? All right, well, anyway, so I'll go into the, so he's in there trying shoes on, and he said something about his wife sitting out in the car, and he says, oh, she's fine, she's out there crocheting. And Doug looks up at me. He says, she takes her crocheting everywhere. And I was like, oh my gosh. There's a little static. Well, I'm here. It's my new phone. It should be better than the old computer. But anyway, so I said, oh, she's out there crocheting. And Doug's like, oh my gosh, perfect. You should go out. And so you know what? I grabbed I grabbed my crocheting, and there was another bag in there of knitting. And I went out, and I'm walking around the parking lot looking for a lady sitting in her car. And the first one that I found, I said, "Hi, is your name Shirley?" And she goes, "Yeah." And she's like looking at me funny. I said, "Don't worry, your husband told me to come out and talk to you because you crochet." And that did it. She melted. So we talked for, I don't know, half an hour. We told each other how we started and what we do. She knits also, and it was just hilarious. But the funny thing is that she did not remember to bring any crochet with her. So she was not in crocheting. She was just sitting in the car waiting. I go, how did you leave the house without, without your stuff? She goes, "Well, I didn't think that we would have any time. I would have any time because we were meeting our daughter and we were going to go shopping and stuff." So I was like, "Yeah, you take it everywhere, don't you? You know what I mean? Just in case." Or you always have a bag in the car just in case. I know. It's crazy. Hey, hey, Deb, we have 28 people here. Maybe we should just do a drawing. Let's do a bracket board or a basket drawing right now. And I will go get some more coffee while you guys are doing that drawing. And yes, you can guess what kind of coffee it is. Absolutely. It has to be the flavor of the coffee and the flavor of the creamer. And Deb knows what it is. So I'll be right back. I will. Okay. So guess who's on the poll today? Some kind of weird way that they do the poll if they can't qualify because of rain. And he's done so well. He's very consistent. So he won the poll today. Absolutely wonderful. Filled it right back up again. Yeah. Okay, well, because they started at 9:30 and I wasn't prepared, I hadn't brought anything in here from out of the other room. I don't have anything in here. Oh, talk about a shit show. This setting is different. It shows me the moderators in blue and the channel members in green. Cool. Just a reminder that next week Deb's on vacation and Linda will be moderator next week. And unless she oversleeps and I forget to wake her up. Anyway, I do want to show you though. I have this is the parts I did yesterday. So this is the lamb chop head, and that's where the wonderful eyes and nose is going to go, right? And then I have this part, and that's where that end is not. So we're getting there, guys. We are. Chara, look. I have all the parts done. I finished them yesterday. There's the tail. Tail. All right. So yeah, all the parts are done. Here's an ear. Ear. And then the second ear. Look at that. All right. So all I have to do now is sew them all together, which is the hardest part, right? I want to do it so bad today and get it done. I'm just worried. Now, tell me, any advice now? Any advice to sew this together with? I know you guys have done it. I think that the head, the hat, the fuzzy hat part to the head is probably the hardest part that I'm gonna have. So, yeah, I think that part, and I think that I'm supposed to use thread. All right, what happened? Did Joanne win? Used white thread to make the hat. Okay. Oh, a curved needle. Bend the end needle or curved needle. Okay. I think I have one somewhere. Joanne wants a pink basket. Okay. Did she win the coffee? What did she win? Must be. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it was the drawing. Like I said, I'm not going to be able to follow this chat very well. I'm going to put my nose down to try to see the, this chat is this big, guys. Oh, she won the coffee. Okay, so it was Hawaiian coffee. This is Hawaiian coffee. And I put peppermint mocha in it because that's all I had. So, it is very good, though. Really good. All right. All right, so. All right, well, we will talk to Bev. Maybe on a chat. And so if you're not going anywhere later today, I mean, when when we're done here, what a You're welcome, Angel. I think this one is not as hard because of the fact that you only have to do the head part. The rest of them are not even stuffed. But again, I don't know. We're doing this with Joanne, right? What did you guess? Coconut? Did you guess coconut? I can't. I have no idea. Mm. Oh, Joanne. Help me. Joanne won the drawing. Well, I guess no one's gonna guess the coffee today. As I like I said, if I could read this It would be a miracle, but I cannot because it literally is this big. This is why I don't use my phone. This is why I use a computer. So this is not working. I probably should have canceled. I I said 3 times I probably should cancel. I probably should, but I'm like no because that's just terrible. That this internet is the internet is the problem. The computer and the internet couldn't stay together, and there was no way to use the computer. So I'm like, yeah, let's try my phone because my phone is direct to the internet, right? So that bypassed that. But you're still saying they're static. I don't get it. Anyway, yeah, it's really bad. Anyway, Joanne won the drawing and she wants the pink basket. So let's see what's in here. I know. And I just showed everything in here yesterday or last Sunday. So do you know what's in here that you want? See? It's crackly. I don't understand. This is my brand new phone. It's just terrible. It's like I don't know. It makes you want to cry. It just does. Anyway, especially when you know someone comes in late and starts, "What's going on? What's wrong?" White Daisy needle stoppers. Okay, that would be one of these packages. Aha! 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 There they are. They got leaves in there too. Leaves. So those ones that I was using the other day to hold the needles together, those work pretty darn good. They're they have the two and like I said, I don't have them in here, but these have a couple in the box. These, they have 2 holes. The rubber bands go right down over your needles. Those are pretty cool. I started using them. I would rather have a crackle than a cancel. Love you, Lori. No, it's not pina colada. The actual coffee, the Keurig, says Hawaiian right on the top of it. But that's all it, that's the name, Hawaiian. So I threw it in. And yeah. Yeah, so congratulations, Joanne. All right. So yeah, I'm all excited. I got all of the pieces ready for this lamb chop. I'm going to call her Lamb Chop. That's her name. She's probably going to end up being over here, on the set or whatever you want to call this thing. I never got a chance to do any more vlogs for July. Not that I was committing to every day anyway, but I wanted to at least do some updates, and I will. But like I said, it's been busy, been very strange. The storm that we had ended up, I have a total so far of 32 claims for these storms. Some people had more than one. Some people had a house claim and an auto claim. So yeah, it's been a little nuts. But I did receive my next Simply Knitting magazine. Now this one I was thinking of doing a flip through, just so you can check it out with me. But I didn't do that yet either. But if you guys think I should do flip throughs on these, then let me know or whatever. But it came with a baby insert, and it has been coming with inserts letely. And I sent one of these inserts out to somebody. One of the packages, I just threw one of these in. I don't remember which one, but yeah, so there's this sweater. And I think these are quite advanced patterns, so whether or not I do these or not will be another story. But look at, there's a bunny in here. Look at that, Diana. It does have a bunny. No, no, no. Maybe. It has one. Here's a little, a different kind of sweater. They were calling this one, what do they call it? A bolero, maybe? But yeah, that's cute. It's really cute. You wouldn't mind? Okay, well, I think I'll do the big magazine. Now, I guess that's a lovey and a pair of booties. Because I can't imagine that being any... It's just weird. It's got like almost like a clown head or something. I don't know. Anyway, but it has a hat. And the hat looks like that's for the baby. So I didn't read through it, but that. So that was kind of cool, and an actual add-on. And then these stitch markers, they were in there too. So I don't know how I'm not losing the stitch, these. Bolero, yeah, that is cute. I don't know how I'm not losing this, because by the time it gets here, the envelope that it's in is so like worn out that I barely have to open the end. It's pretty much open, and it's coming all the way from England, so, or somewhere. So yeah, I'm shocked. Now these stitch markers are open, so you just slide them in, just zoop. Yeah, so they're different. I didn't open them yet. They say they're cats. They're shaped like a cat laying down. So yeah, I'll do that, flip through that. All right, so you want to play Let's Make a Yarn Deal? Anybody? 32 people here. Yeah. Let's do it, Deb. You go ahead and mark the chat, and if you want to play, you have to have United States address. Hey, I said it right. Just put your favorite weight of yarn and color of yarn down in the comments, and Deb will pick a winner, and then I'll go around and try to find whatever you wrote and match it up. I've been trying to pick up a little bit in here. It's not working. I took all of the items that were behind the door out. I packed up a bag out of those that I know I wouldn't use, and I put them in a box. And then I put my new rolly cart behind the door, and that's all I got so far. I picked out a few other things, and what I wanted to do was I wanted to start putting all of my needles and hooks and tools in that rolly cart, and then I could roll it wherever, right? It's not getting there. It's just not. It has just, the room has become so full, and things need to be sorted, and I don't have time, so but oh, you know what, I'm gonna go get that bag that I left in the living room. I'll be right back. Okay, got my bag. So I took this with me yesterday, and I showed the lady, and she was like, oh, you have a pattern? And I'm like, no. She's like, you carried around without the pattern? I'm like, well, I'm on the sleeves. So I'm on the sleeves of this. And I did a little bit last night. So this time, instead of decreasing a couple at the bottom and the 5th row and the 10th row, I didn't decrease yet. I'm leaving it alone until the last section. And then right before I change color, I'm going to decrease about four or 6 stitches. But yeah, so I'm on the sleeve. I'm getting there. I've got an idea for the next one. I already want to cast on the next one. But before I do, I did take and start the hat for this one. So I started with the pink so that it matches. And I hope I have the right stitch count because I did it from memory. I was like, how many did I do the last time? I'm like, I don't remember. But anyway, I started that. Now I'm going to stop and I'm going to change color on here too. I just don't, I have the white connected to the, or the speckle rather, connected to that. So I can't change colors yet, but I will. And that is moving along. They were sitting in the living room right where I left them after I put them down last night. So they don't even have stitch holders on them or anything. Gotta be careful. But anyway, that is that. Now let me tell you, I had some things behind me on this shelf that I was saving up. And I forgot. So do we have a winner yet? Before I go on to the next thing I was going to talk about. We lost a lot of people when I went out of the room. Wow. That's okay. Winner is Sherry Hines, and she wants number 4 in navy blue. All right, navy blue. Okay, yep. All right, I'm going to get up, and we're going to walk around the room, try to find the navy blue, which I think I just packed up and took out of the room. I'm pretty sure I had one that I packed up in that box. All right, play some music. Way to go, Sherry. Well, I'm having luck. Absolutely. Thought I'd find more than one right off the bat, but I did not. Oh, this is interesting. I found something very interesting. So I'm going to bring it out. All right. Yeah. Wow, we found an awesome stash. Just now I got to get it. Oh, good, good, good. This will make up for any craziness that started the show, right? All right. I think I got everything. Okay, so going into the stash, in some of these cubby holes, there are different things that I put away that I found in different places along the lines, and one of them was AC Moore. So I have some choices here that are very interesting. Of course, I got to drop them on the floor. Of course. Okay, we're going to start with this. So this is from Michaels. This is Craft Smart in the navy blue marine, and it says it's tweed. Craft Smart Value Tweed. See that? Nice. So this one is a 4 medium, exactly, so I nailed it. It is 97% acrylic and 3% viscose, which is the Tweety Bits, and it is about 252 yards in there. So there's your first choice. So let's not choose yet, right? Because guess what? I found a navy blue tweed in the Stitched Studio. These were in the sample bins. I used to grab these sample bins ones all the time because I thought these were so cool. And so this one is, again, no label, barely. Well, I guess it does have a little label on here. But you think I could read it? No. Made in Turkey. Basically, it seems like it's a 3, but maybe not. Maybe that's a 4. Yeah, these are, like I said, small skeins. But there's a third one. So if you didn't want either one of them, here's an one to consider. So this has what appears to be a teal colorway with a black marl. Isn't that different? It was laying right next to the other studio sample by Nicole. So this one is very, very pretty also. So there's your 3 to choose from. And if you don't want any one of these, then we can take something out of this basket or get a spot on the bracket board. Your choice. What would you like? What would you like to choose today? There's your 3 choices. All right. The last one, Sherry says, yeah, this is definitely different. I knew I had to show you because I said these were pretty. So if you want a stitch marker, we will do that. Let's see, what kind of stitch marker would you like? any dogs left. I have 1 dog left. No, I have 2 dogs left. Oh, good. You got a choice. I'll put them on the hook. They're on the hook. We got, woo! Jeez. Honest to Pete. Ah. Got to get it off the floor every time, right? So we have the Corgi left and the Frenchie. So there they are. The Corgi and the Frenchie. Hey, that worked out pretty good. And we have the cows too. Cows. I got to get some more made up here. Yeah. I can actually read it at the moment. It's okay, but there's a lot of hearts and kisses and all kinds of stuff showing up now. I don't know if I see that on my other computer. All right, so Sherry says, oh, okay, all right. Okay, so if you're a winner here, please remember to send me a message. I don't care if it's email, messenger, any of those, unless you have my phone number, and then you can just text me. Or messenger's the best, through Facebook Messenger, because I get it like right away. But anyway, so we'll do that, and we'll surprise her. Basically, if you want to help out in any way with shipping, you can buy me a coffee, do a super chat, or become a member here. Yes, $2.99 a month. Everything goes to shipping however I get it. That's the way it goes. So what I was going to talk about before we did the Let's Make a Yarn Deal was I found some yarns that I had stuck away in here that now that I'm making all the sweaters, right? Yeah. I thought, well, why don't we bring some of these out and re-look at them and see which ones might be ready for the next cast on, right? Because I'm getting close to finishing one, and when I finish one, I can cast another one on, right? So this yarn was on the shelf, and I have a little note here, and I believe one of you sent me this yarn. So, because I try to keep the notes in with the bags. So what is it? It is a hank of hand-dyed. Yeah. Holy cow, right? And it could be fingering. And if it's fingering, I'm going to have to figure out what pattern to use, because I got to make sure it's big enough. And then it came with a mini to match, right? So there's the mini. So I don't know whether I want to work with a hand-dyed fingering yet, but there is one available. And I was hoping you guys would help me make my decision up. And then I also had this pairing, which was done for me. And this one is from Toad Hollow. Do you remember when I got a couple of monthly subscriptions from Toad Hollow? So here is the skein from Toad Hollow. Isn't that lovely? All right, so this one is sock toad as well. And it's the January 22 mystery sock set. So it has the mini. It has yellow mini to go with it. So there's another choice. But again, like I said, it's fingering, so it's sock yarn. I don't know if I want it. I don't know if I want. I'm going to have to figure out a pattern or a stitch count, I guess. Because if I figure out a stitch count that'll make me a 3 to 6 months, then I'll be good. As soon as I do that, I'll be good. But then I had another one. This one was different. So this one was in a box. And it has 4 colors in here. And they all match up, I guess, in sequence, right? So I'm not sure what I would do with the color combination, but they were sitting on my back shelf behind me. So apparently these are color coordinated, right? So like what I could do is I could start with one, like pick one for the cuffs, okay, and or something like that. Right. Or add a 5th color. All right, so we're gonna have to vote. We're gonna have to vote 1, 2, and 3 being the first one is the lavender, the second one is the toad, and the third one is the boxed set. And Deb, you're gonna have to write them down, because I wonder if I should put these in a bag too. They're going back in here in this box. So apparently this box was a kit. It was from Nancy. These were all, 2 of them were gifted to me, and I try not to give my gifts away. If I can help it, I write on them that I'm not giving them away. I have to use them. And there was a pattern in here for a cowl that went along with this. And it's asking for a US 5 circular needle. And it's so tiny. Oh, okay. So there's a picture of this cowl. It's called Layer Cake Cowl. Frosting sprinkles. Yeah, so you actually do a striped sequence with the colors. All right, so maybe I would, I don't know. Try to get them back in here. Boy, they were tight. They were very, oh yeah, they're going. They were tight in there. Jeepers. There we go. I got them back in. There. Isn't that super cool? Yeah, and that's a hand dyed by firstpack.fr. Delicious Yarns, Valley Village, California. Deliciousyarns.com. So I don't know. It's between 1 and 2 right now. Okay, well the third one was something I was just curious to look at. I wanted to do another pair up with Yarnable too. But I have to finish another sweater before I can start that one. And my blue sweater is so close again. I didn't start the sleeves on the blue sweater either yet. So that one is not, not halfway yet. I'm still on. But again, it's because the yarn is very thin and it takes longer. So, but number 2, 1. Okay. All right. So I was hoping that I had enough of the yellow to do everything. But if I don't, I wonder. I know I have enough to do the cuff in the bottom. So if I run out and I can't do the sleeves, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It will. All right. Let's do our last draw of the day, Deb. Let's do that. I can't bring anybody up on the panel today because I can't get, that I'm not on StreamYard. So I'm just straight up YouTube on my phone today. Sorry about that. We'll get it fixed. But if you would like to win a spot on the bracket board or something out of the basket, or maybe even this blue tweed that was not won in Let's Make a Yarn Deal, you could put that as what you would like to win today, right now. And we will see what we can do about getting it to you as soon as possible. These are really nice yarns you won earlier. Those are nice. Okay, I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to put these away because they don't need to be out here anymore. Put them back. I know it when we did make-alongs and things like that, I set the patterns up against here on the desk, and it's getting so there's way too many, and I need to get rid of them or something. Most of them are in just regular white paper printed off or handwritten by me or something. I don't know why I have to. I keep these things and then they get too many of them. And so, yeah, the desk needs a little cleaning off. I've got a stack on the left here of all the Yarnable inserts. Remember the inserts that we got before Yarnable went digital? Yeah, there's a stack of them here. They're sitting here next to the computer. Then there's more patterns up here and ideas and stuff standing up. And then there's a glass on each side with tools in, like magic markers and scissors and things like that. Oh, 19 entries. Way to go. All right. I'm going to have to ask Doug to wind this up today. He's going to be busy because he's got stitch markers to make too. Okay. Yeah. Deb's getting me a winner. Just giving me a minute here. And then I also have to finish my lamb chop. And that's going to be exciting. I can't wait. Can't wait. Teresa Harp. Teresa Harp. Brown basket. Woohoo! All right, so we'll bring down the brown basket for Teresa. Now, I didn't fill it. I didn't refill it. So it's skimpy. You got 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. And I'm telling you, it's skimpy. We've got a bag here from Yarnable. We've got a couple books. We got a magazine in the back, a knitter magazine. We got the bedspreads. We've had that in there for a year. I guess nobody wants that. I think that Joanne's going to be sending me a magazine to put in here. So, number 3, and I can open it. Are you sure? Are you sure you want number 3? Are you sure? Okay. Okay. And I can open it. Alrighty. Love it. I love it when I No, I think that 3 is fun. 3 is fun. Yes. It is. And I'm going to open it to show you that it's fun. It is a Elmo, right? Is that Elmo? Yeah, I think so. I think so. All right, so is this yarn a 3 or a 4? Is that yarn a 3 or a 4? Well, yes, it's Elmo. It says it's a 4. And I got enough of these sent to me to share. That's why every now and again you're seeing one, because I don't need them all. And I have lots of friends that shared, and I got a couple of each. So I'm being very careful that I don't give them all away, you know. But yeah, so this is Elmo, and there was a pattern on here, and I was trying to look it up yesterday to see how many you cast on for this hat. You think I could figure it out? I wasn't home. So it says size 8, 5 millimeter. So it is saying a 5, or 5 millimeter rather. And then it says cast on 64 stitches. So I had a DK, and I was trying to figure out the stitch count I should cast on, and I ended up with 72, I think. I think I did okay. You know. Do you have a stitch marker in mind that you would like, Teresa? I think it felt like a 3. I do. I think it did. So that's why I was trying to remember what I used. You want a cow? You want the cow? That's the wrong box. All right. I'll get you a cow. Well, congratulations to everybody. And before I go, I don't want to leave you with a bad note. I really don't. But I also don't want to ignore this. So I'm going to tell you that if you are online and you know who Judy is, Judy that comes in our group all the time, she is a member of my Facebook page. She's been around for 4 or 5 years. She's been active in the group for a long time. She lost her husband of 55 years. And I just want you to, you know, mentally think of her this week, please. And, you know what to do. I thank you for that. And, anyway, so I'm sorry I left on that kind of note, but I don't want to ignore that. Yep, send me a message if you want. And cheer for Chase today. Anyway, yes, please. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Alrighty. All right, let's see. I got my work cut out for me. I have to do that lamb chop. Oh dear. Take care, everyone. Take a moment out of each day. Be creative. And I'll talk to you next video. Bye for now. Okay, how do I stop it? Don't forget, next week we're having Linda be the one that's running the show. Okay, well, I don't know how to stop it. Let's try this.